Fiji's Economic and Fiscal Update Supplement to the COVID-19 response budget was on 26 March 2020. The novel coronavirus has become a worldwide pandemic affecting economies the world over, including Fiji's. By the time the budget was announced, there were 5 positive cases in the country. The economy has been affected by the drastic drop in visitor arrivals and tourism, affecting businesses and resulting in job layoffs and unemployment. Trade flows have been impacted, and the Fijian economy is expected to contract by 4.3% in 2020. The COVID-19 response budget focuses on redirecting funds to the relevant frontline agencies, requiring resources for prevention and containment activities while ensuring food security and maintaining support for the disadvantaged in society. The value of the economic package, which is over $1 billion, is equivalent to around 8.7% of the gross domestic product. Here are highlights of the direct budget funding for COVID-19. The Ministry of Health gets $14 million, Ministry of Agriculture $1 million, Social Welfare $20 million, Value-Added Tax VAT exemption on items imported regarding medical supplies and equipment effective immediately, Fiji Competition and Consumer Commission $0.1 million, Unemployment Benefit Tourism Sector $5.6 million, Unemployment Benefit Lockdown Areas Formal Sector $7 million, Unemployment Benefit Lockdown Areas Informal Sector $3 million, Unemployment Benefit General Sector $5 million, Assistance to Small Micro Enterprises $5 million, Contingency Funds for Unemployment $5 million, and Contingency Funds General $27.5 million. For Fiji Police Force $700,000 and the Republic of Fiji Military Forces $150,000. The Fiji Sugar Corporation sees $50 million to fund cane delivery payments. Regarding health, the $40 million going to the Ministry of Health and Medical Services will be for the procurement of supplies and consumables, personal protective equipment, thermal scanners, setup of isolation facilities, media awareness, infection control, contact tracing, emergency response, and other contingencies. Applicable to those earning less than $30,000, government will reimburse directly to employers 21 days of COVID-19 leave for employees that test positive and are certified by the Ministry of Health and Medical Services. They will receive government assistance of $1,000. Employers who continue to pay their employees under self-quarantine due to a directive from the Ministry of Health and Medical Services are eligible for 300% tax deduction. Employees will also be required to take paid family care leave. Anyone that's not compensated during this 14-day self-quarantine period will be paid $100 by the government. This only applies to those earning less than $30,000 annually. In the Businesses and Employment Stimulus Package, 21-day paid sick leave for low-income Fijians who test positive for the virus. Deferred loan repayments for 6 months for any Fijians who lost their jobs or had their hours reduced. This applies to mortgages, personal loans, even hire purchase payment plans from stores like Courts and Carpenters, along with others. For the Fiji National Provident Fund, employers will now only have to pay 5% in the contributions from 1st April. Employees will reduce their FNPF contributions from 8% to 5% from 1st April to 31st December 2020. Hospitality sector workers who lost their jobs or had their hours reduced since 1st February 2020 can access an initial $1,000 from their FNPF accounts. Those who do not have this full amount available, the government will directly subsidize the difference. Employees affected by the nationwide stipulated physical distancing requirements, along with employees in the Lautoka confined area who've been replaced on leave without pay or had their hours cut, able to access an additional $500 from their FNPF accounts. Those who do not have this full amount available, the government will directly subsidize the difference. Energy Fiji Limited and the government will cover 100% of electricity costs for up to the first 100 units for all its subsidized customers. Water Authority of Fiji will suspend all water disconnections until 31st July 2020. In education, additional $20 million to education to cater for teacher salaries. And tertiary education loan repayments will be suspended until 31st December 2020. In food security, the Ministry of Agriculture will receive a $1 million boost. Those were highlights from the COVID-19 response budget. For further details, you can access the Parliament website on www.parliament.gov.fj. Remember to wash your hands, sanitize well, and maintain social distancing.